go to septictank.co.uk, and I'm there to help you for free, give you free advice, give you free help. I've been doing this 20 years, fully conversant in UK building regs, all the laws, environmental agency rules and regulations. That's what I do. I help people. I'm a consultant, septic tank consultant. So what are we talking about today? Well, people are asking me, Jason, what are the different types of Soakaways? So let's just have a look. So I would say, there's loads of different types of Soakaways, but let me show you some of the common ones. Okay, so let's say, for example, let's give you a typical septic tank. Okay, so there you go. So that's a typical septic tank. Okay, that's like an onion-shaped septic tank. Okay, so you've got your inlet pipe there, and then you've got your outlet pipe there. All right. So there we go. And obviously the tank will be full of water to about that point. It's been a long day. I've only just got up. Hold on. Going mad. Let's start that again, shall we? Let's start that again, right? Let's draw that again, right? Oh, it's early in the morning. Right, let's start that again. Right, you've got your inlet pipes. Let's do that again. You've got your inlet pipes coming here. Right, and you've got your outlet pipes here. Right, there you go. That's better. You can tell this is live, can't you, right? So the water level typically is about there. There we go. And then the water leaves the septic tank and makes its way down to the soakaway. So let me give you some different types of soakaways. All right, so types of soakaways. There we go. All right, so one of the most common types of soakaways from the 1940s to the 1960s was a clay soakaway pipe. All right, so we wouldn't have had the onion tanks then, but you know, it doesn't matter. That's for illustrative purposes only. So the pipes typically back then would have been clay. And I don't know if you've seen a clay pipe, but typically they look like that. They're typically about 6 inches in diameter. And yeah, and so that's how they look. And so they literally kind of join together like that. They got these sections where they got this lip. And yeah, they're made of clay. And there would be a single run of clay pipe from the septic tank to wherever they were going. And typically, they would just end somewhere in the soil, but like a cap on the end. Not a cap on the end, sorry. They'd just literally end to wherever they were going, and there'd be an opening on the end. And so the water would just travel down the length of the clay pipe, and then at the end there, it would just disperse into the soil. Problems with clay pipes is, as you know, they're brittle. Any subsidence in the soil or whatever, they crack, they come apart at the joints, and the most common thing is over time they just collapse. The roof caves in and they literally just collapse, and then it bungs it up. I don't know, let's say it collapsed here, and it just collapses into a heap there. And so then what happens is obviously the water can't go anywhere, and it just backs up into the septic tank. You've got to get your septic tank emptied. So that's one of the most common forms of soakaway pipes in England. Definitely, you know. And then after that, the next most popular form of soakaway was a soakaway pit. So the builders would have a pipe leaving the tank, and it would literally just go into a hole. And in the hole, most of the time, they'd put builder's rubbish. They put bicycles in there, all sorts, you know, just all the rubbish and debris that would come from a build or renovation, something like that. They just dig a big hole and they'd fill it with breeze blocks and bricks and bicycles and old sinks and stuff like that. And the water would literally leave the septic tank and then obviously make its way into the pit. And then from the pit, it would just literally soak away into the ground. But over time, the pits fur up and develop, like I suppose, a membrane of silt, of fat, and they just eventually become clogged up. And so once they're clogged up, again, the water can't enter them anymore. The water will just fill up in the hole. It isn't going anywhere, and then just back up into the septic tank again. Then the next form of soakaway to become really popular in the late 80s, I would say, in the late 80s, and has stayed very, very popular, is a herringbone system. Now, just look, so what the builders would do at this point, they'd put an inspection chamber, and off the inspection chamber, they'd have perforated pipes coming off it. Now, so let me give you an aerial view looking down on it. So if this is the side view looking down, so starting here, look, so this is the side view, so that's looking down on that. Perforated pipes would kind of take this kind of formation. Let's just lengthen that a bit. Let's lengthen that a bit. I just wanted to cut short because of the other pipe there, but if I just give you that there. Okay, so here we go. All right. So, okay. So typically, I mean, I'm not the best artist in the world, but you get the point there, right? So all these are perforated pipes. Perforated pipes. There you go. And so the water would go down this pipe here. It would then enter the main chamber here. And then from there, it would just disperse into the main spine there. And it would go into the respective pipes and just drain away into the soil. Now, they're typically still used. Their design, it's a good design. It's like a fishbone. You got a central spine and you got branches coming off that central spine. And so those are typically the most popular soakaways up to, I would say, about 2005, right? Now, technology moves on. Technology's moved on a lot since the 1980s. And that's allowed different materials to be used. There have been scientific tests and things done, which has allowed them to create even better products. Now, with just going back to the herringbone for a minute, what people would normally do, they'd buy a big coil of perforated pipe. Then what they'd have to do, they'd have to dig loads of trenches. So that would be the length of the trench there, looking down. So they'd have to dig trenches, they'd have to fill it with shingle. They'd then lay the pipe. Well, if I make that a bit bigger, I can show it to you. It's a bit small, that, isn't it, for you to see? So let me just make that a bit bigger. So again, this is how they do the perforated pipe, the herringbone systems. They dig a big trench. They put shingle in the bottom of it. They lay the pipe on top of it. They put a membrane on there. They put more shingle on it. And then they put the soil on top of that. And so that's like looking side on. And so that would be quite an undertaking, because you'd have a central trench, and you'd have other trenches coming off that central trench, and you'd have to fill them all with shingle, and it's a long, arduous process. You know, if you're in the middle of the field, you've got a wheelbarrow shingle there. You've got to get a dumper truck, and it can take ages. And there's a new product which has come out called Easy Drain, EASY Drain, Easy Drain. We manufacture Easy Drain ourselves, and basically it just means now, instead of going through all that rigmarole, you literally just put the pipe in. The pipe that we've got comes with its own membrane, so you literally just dig your trench, put it in, and backfill with soil. So you haven't got to go through all the shingle processes and then getting the membrane. So basically it saves you about 3 or 4 or 5 processes. So whereas putting a herringbone system in took you about 3 days, this will take you about 3 hours to do. So the name of the product is called Easy Drain. Easy Drain. Sorry about my spelling. It's hard to write and spell. Easy Drain. And you can get it from septictank.co.uk. It's designed for the DIY market, and it's very, very easy to install. Lasts about 100 years. The pipes literally just clip together. All right, so the other type of Soakaway that's become very popular is called Septic Tank. Soakaway crates. All right, so basically what would happen is this. Again, you dig a hole. Now, in the past, as I said, people could fill that hole up with gravel, but if you've just dug a hole and you're filling it back up again, it makes no sense. I mean, that's 100% cavity there, right? If you fill it back up again, you're going to have 0% cavity, right? So, well, with gravel, in reality, it probably works out about 5% cavity. So what the scientists came up with, they thought that if they actually put like crates in there, then they could retain the cavity. The liquid from the septic tank would go into the cavity. It would fill each of these crates up with liquid, retaining the cavity, and then the liquid then could just disperse naturally into the soil. Now, just one word of caution, right? You cannot use, it's illegal to use rainwater crates to make a septic tank soakaway. It's just not right. These are special septic tank soakaway crates. Many builders, to do a cheap job, will put rainwater crates in there. And what happens is they're just designed for rainwater. They're not designed for suspended solids. So what happens is that the membrane, if I put the green, the membrane which lines the rainwater crates, all the suspended solids build up in here and block the whole thing back, and block the whole, so stopping the water escaping. And then what happens is it just all starts backing up towards the septic tank again. So in about 6 months' time, the builder gets a call saying, "Hey mate, the Soakaway isn't working anymore." Oh, and they have to go and dig it all up again and put the septic tank crates in. So yes, so on some sites you will see that it's illegal to use rainwater crates. So rainwater crates, okay, so we're not talking about rainwater crates here, okay, we're talking about septic tank soakaway crates. And so yes, they do cost you a little more money. They do cost a little more money, they do. But you know, if you're going to put your own septic tank and soakaway in, number one, you may as well do it properly, and number two, for the sake of a horseshoe nail, the battle won't be lost. So if you want two of the best Soakaway products on the market at the moment, whether it's a septic tank Soakaway crates, that's what they look like. They're like a crate, and they come with membrane, or easy drain. Okay, so easy drain, and that's like the perforated pipe. The herringbone sections, they come in, I think, in 3 meter lengths. They already come wrapped in membrane, and they've got special male and female connectors on, so they just literally click together like that. And you just literally dig your trench, put them in, slot them together, and cover them over with soil. So you've got easy drain and you've got septic tank Soakaway crates, right? And so if you'd like to know more about Soakaways, what the best Soakaway system is, how big your Soakaway system should be. Say you've got a 1-bedroom house, say you've got a 10-bedroom house, how many crates do you need, how much easy drain do you need, then just visit septictank.co.uk. My name is Jason, and I will be glad to help you for free, give you free advice, give you free help. And thank you. I hope this live video helped. And thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you soon.